Hello guys, welcome back to this new video. So we are at Navodya Medical College, where the Koma will be held. Koma is basically an medical conference which will be held every year. So I got to attend my very first Koma in this year.
It on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong to
So I'm very excited for. I will take you through my experience by making this video. Hold a cup of tea and just sit on your couch and let's start this video. It all began with a journey to one of the biggest medical events of the year, that is COMA 2020.
Need help, I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside.
Sorry.
And no, it's not how actually it sounds like. COMA stands for Conference of Medical Advancements and Activities. Walking into the venue, the energy hit me instantly. I could feel the excitement in the air. It wasn't just another event, this was a gathering of some of the brightest minds in medicine. Doctors, students, researchers and innovators, all under a single roof. I had no idea about what to accept, but something about the whole vibe was telling me that this would be unlike anything that I had ever attended before. And boy, I was right. As soon as we got there, we got registered ourselves. Then later on, they gave a file which consisted of a performer as well as a pen and some other things which are meant to be taken in the events that we are about to participate in the coming 3 of the days. The very first day, we had keynote orientation where Dr. Manish Joshi, who was a robotic surgeon and surgical gastroenterologist, he talked about the future of medicine, about how rapidly things are changing, and we as the next generation of doctors need to be ready to adapt. And the one quote that I really liked from his orientation was, "Be bold enough that no one can ignore you." This was exactly the line which got stuck with me. So it's mid-12, so we are heading towards the banquet hall where the lunch will be served, and you can see there is a lot of heat because Raichur is one of the most hottest city in the north Karnataka. It's more than Gulbarga, so no worries, let's go. Well, the stay for a day, that is the accommodation, will cost around 300 per day. But I'm very glad that I have got some of the friends, those who have provided their rooms. So I'm very happy. Then comes the special night with special dinner, the Gala dinner. This wasn't just a dinner, it was an event in itself. The venue was stunning with elegant decor, soft lighting and everyone dressed up, looking like we were at a medical Oscars night. And here comes the most interesting part. The surgical workshop was something that I had been really looking forward to. The whole experience and the subject was new to me. The moment we entered the room, there was air of seriousness and excitement. The professor over there was just amazing. It wasn't just about techniques, but the way she explained everything, from how to wear a gown and gloves properly to the importance of maintaining and sterile. And the first time I understood how much detail goes into even the smallest things in surgery. Something as simple as putting on gloves can make a huge difference. The moment we wore a cap and gloves, the feeling was not less than any person stepping into a war field. Then comes the real highlight of the day, where I was very excited, that was learning a suturing technique. Of it was just like stitching a cloth, but the real deal was to stitch a skin, for which we had to practice it on a suturing pad. There were definitely few of us who struggled with our first stitches, but you know, practice makes man perfect. And we got person-to-person guidance from PGs over there. By the end of it, when I learnt more in those few hours, it was just rewarding. The practice was intense, but it also reminded me why I want to be a part of this world, because every single step we take in surgery can save a life. We have a musical night where we are getting a lot of music as well as we are going to dance. So let's see how does it goes. this was exactly what we needed after a serious workshops. It was so much fun and definitely something which I will never forget. So we have finished the trance. So it was very good and we enjoyed a lot. So see you tomorrow. After all hands-on workshop and fun moments, it was time for the actual real brain power at Koma, that was Symposium. It was where the big ideas were shared, where some of the leading minds in medicine come together to present their latest research findings and innovations. And for someone like me who is still learning and observing, this was entirely a whole new world of knowledge to me. We got to listen from Dr. Nikhil, who talked about cutting edge in interventional radiology. Though I could hardly understand anything, it just made me realize one thing, that yeah, this is where the medicine in India is headed. And on the other day, we got to listen from Dr. Amrish Biradar on reconstructive surgery. And believe me, this was just mind-blowing. It's not less than any magic or jadoo. People getting back their hopes with these surgeries was just appreciable. Though let's be real, it was little overwhelming at times, so much new information in just few hours. I think my brain was working overtime. The best part about Symposium was how interactive it was. I saw students like me confidently asking questions to renowned doctors, and it felt like real exchange of ideas, not just a one-way lecture. The Symposium wasn't just a knowledge dump, it was a reminder that in medicine, learning never really stops. As if their workshops weren't enough, Koma had a whole lineup of exciting competitions, both online and offline. There were something for everyone, whether you were into debates, medical quizzes, or we had competitions like Intellecta, Cascade Reaction, Air Crash, and War of Words, where we had to put our medical knowledge and skills to the test. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much from these competitions. They looked so cool and I thought, let's participate just for the fun. To my surprise, I secured first prize in Medically US online event, and I couldn't believe it. It was those one of the moment, wait, whether is the moment real? I was in such a... Thank you so much guys for joining me in this video through my journey of Koma, and I hope it gave you a taste of how would it be if at all you join some of these amazing events wherever it's going to happen. And until the next adventure, stay curious, stay passionate, and as always, keep chasing your dreams. See you in next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Many times what happens is, whenever something costs more, we think that it's just useless. Let me take example of this attending this Koma. This Koma event is not at all free. There is a basic registration which will cost you around 1250, whereas if at all you take any workshop, it will cost you further, and even there is an accommodation which will somewhere cost you around 2000. Now what we think as basically being a student is that it costs a lot, it might not give so much of value, but actually it's not the case. The things which are really valuable have the high cost. I mean, take example of something which is junk, it's always having the low cost, whereas something which is healthy, it's always having the high price. So it's the same case. So you need not to just have that assumption that whenever the cost is more, it will be just worthless. Okay, chal bye.